Hey everybody, it's Angela, and I am back with a haul video actually, and I was able to sell a portrait that I had done for someone and go and do a little bit of shopping therapy. So I have a Tuesday morning haul, and the first thing I got was just like it's a rebuy, and this is the Happiness is Homemade collection. And I got this, it's an Echo Park, and I got this when it first came out, and this was a year or two ago, or a couple years ago. I'm not sure exactly, but it's by Lori Whitlock, and it's kind of kitchen themed, and I have used this several times because I make a lot of recipe mini albums and recipe cards and cooking related scrapbook pages, so I've used quite a bit of it. And actually last year I think I found the little ephemera packet that went with this, and I purchased that back then to go with the collection pack I already had. So then when I saw that they had the actual collection pack again for $5.99, I went ahead and picked that up, and because I know I'll use it. I love the colors and I still love the collection and stuff, so for finding a themed thing like that. So I did get a rebuy. Then this one, I took it out of the cellophane, but it is an authentique swaddle, and it's the girl one. They didn't have the boy one, they just had the girl one. And I really loved the designs here, and the papers are just gorgeous. Here's some of the the cut aparts, and they're double-sided. So here's some more cut aparts that could be used for inserts. If you're making like a baby mini album, you could use these as pocket inserts. Just really cute things there. And then got these diaper pins. These little babies are really cute. Music. It's got kind of a vintage feel. Some of these, this could be used for anything. So some of them are kind of generic, but then some of them are, you know, super themed. This would be great on the front of a little mini album. Be really sweet. And then I think it just repeats. Yep. The only problem I have with this, and I love the cardstock, it's not super thick cardstock, but it is cardstock, and it's a nice smooth matte finish like normal cardstock. The only thing is that they also give you this punch out. It's not a sticker sheet, it's a punch out. So it's got like gingham design on the back, and then you got these little things to punch out here. But they used a highly textured cardstock to do this on, and I don't know, let me zoom in. I don't know if you'll be able to see it if I go ahead and tip this at all, how textured this cardstock is. And it's so granular or bumpy of a cardstock that it almost makes it hard to focus. It's like they couldn't get a very crisp print on this because of how much texture is on the actual cardstock itself. So the pictures look a little grainy. I don't mind the word phrases so much, but it's just really grainy on those. And then this cardstock is kind of cream based, where the rest of the collection is white. So that's unfortunate, and that may be why it was sent to Tuesday morning, you know, because they get things that are maybe a little off, but not, you know, like horrible or anything, but you know, things where they got packaged a little incorrect. This may be that they did a run of them on the wrong paper, and so they couldn't sell them in the normal their normal outlets. So that could be why they've got it. But even without this, I loved the rest of the collection, so I went ahead and got that. And let's see here. And then I went and got this one paper pad. I tried to control myself and not get much more paper. But I did love this Bow Bunny paper. I love the colors of it. This kind of, you know, salmony peach color along with this kind of mints and blues and a little touch of yellow in there. And it was just so usable. The patterns in here, they're single-sided, but they're just really usable patterns. And I could do them for everyday type of photos. And then they have some teacups and teapots in here that you could use for kitchen or recipe theme type things. But other things, they've got clocks. Yeah, here's like a teapot. Here's a little teacup. But the rest of these, you know, just generic florals and stuff. So I thought I would be able to use this in a lot of different ways. And the colors are really easy on the eye. So I thought, okay, I'll go ahead and get that. And then they did have one pack that goes with this. Now this says it's the early bird collection. This pack says noteworthy, so I don't know what's going on. I guess they say embellishment early bird noteworthy. So yeah, I haven't seen too many people share. I've seen people share this, but I haven't seen people share the collection pack, which is 2073203. And the items in it are a little bit larger size, so if you're a person that likes really small pieces of ephemera, this collection pack may not be for you, but because it does have this, but you know, you can layer this under a photo, cut it in half. There's a little wreath. You can use this as a big title, or like I said, you could cut it down, or but yeah, so they're all a little bit larger pieces, and then the smaller pieces are about this, you know, this size are the smallest ones. Flowers, butterflies. Oh, there's a small flower. There's another teacup, a bird, butterfly, and then it's got some little fishtail banner pieces in here. So yeah. So I went ahead and got that since I was getting the paper pad. It gives me a little bit to play with. I don't have any. I have a lot of dies, so most of the time if I just get the paper collection, I'm fine because they have cut-aparts in there. And then I have die cuts, so I can make my own matching tags and flowers and that kind of stuff. So, but it's nice to have a few things that are already made for you and you know are going to match exactly. So went ahead and got that. I got this craft knife because it's a nice, they say it's a heavy duty detail knife, so it does the mat board, foam core, cardboard and stuff. So I thought when I make mini albums and I'm cutting into heavier cardboards and stuff for making little books and things, that this might be a little easier on my hands. And then it's also supposedly has a really easy, quick blade change, so it always makes it easier on your hands if your cutting blade is really sharp. But if it's not easy to change out, you know, I'm less likely to do it as often as I should. So I was hoping that this might be a little bit easier, and therefore I would actually do it. And I got two Chamel Glitter Girl items. Now, I don't have any of the paper for this. I figure I got enough other papers that I could find something to coordinate with. And I didn't get this collection mostly because there were so many of these girl images in here. And I don't know if this is supposed to be an image of Chamel or what. It's a cute image, don't get me wrong. But I just wouldn't use very many of them. So there's one on each of these, and so I can deal with two and everything. I like this one because I can see your eyes. This one, you can't, you know, with this kind of sunglass, it's got kind of the kind of a holographic foil, so you can't see her eyes. It's just kind of kind of freaky. But yeah, I think I can use this one, but I just don't need too many of these images. But the rest of them, I think the only other strange image on here, well, strange, is just the unicorns. I mean, there's no llamas or giraffes or other stuff. So the rest of it's very usable. There's a couple unicorns, but there's coffee cups, there's birds, cameras, There's tags, lots of florals, washi strips, an alphabet. So it was really usable overall. So I thought it was a really good mix. So I went ahead and got that. And again, it has this kind of holographic thing going on with that. And the same way with these stickers, just some little bit larger images. But yeah, florals, cameras, word art, ice cream, just 2 unicorns. But yes, a couple border strips. So I thought that was really cute. So I went ahead and got these because I think this would be really good with my granddaughters and stuff. And I can find some paper in my stash to pair those with. I also got these little Chamel puffy stickers, and this is from a different collection. This is Little You, I think is the name of this one, but it has all the critters. These are more common critters, you know, foxes, raccoons, rabbits, owls. Maybe not the lion in my neck of the woods, but yeah, if they'd put like a wolf or something, or a bear. Well, we got a bear, so yeah, maybe put a wolf or something. But yeah, but you know what? People all around the world buy these, so you know they might have lions and elephants and alpacas and stuff in their area. So it's like, I understand we need to make sure everybody, you know, finds something they need, as long as there's you know, enough that will work for what I'm doing, and there's plenty, you know, flowers, again, flowers, cameras, more common critters, hearts, that kind of stuff. So I thought that was cool. I got this die cut, which is the Crafter's Companion. This is Butterfly Dreams, and I really liked it because it cuts out the solid, then it cuts out the kind of filigreed, and you can layer them on top of each other. Or I suppose you could leave them one on top of the other and cut out a thin borderline or whatever. But I have one butterfly die that does have a solid that goes behind, but they were bigger images, so I liked that these were a little bit smaller, so went ahead and got that. I got these clips, which I thought were a good price, $1.99, and there's 30 of them in here, and they kind of have an office-y theme to them, because you got the file folder, the typewriter, the kind of clipboard thing going on. And so I do some layouts that are cleaner, you know, kind of more office-y themed and stuff. So I know I can use these, but for $1.99, I can actually use these in my office too. So I think what I'll do is I'll take out a selection to keep in my scrap room, and then I'll take the rest to my office and use them day to day. If you had a planner, this would be perfect. I'm sure that's what these were for, Project Life. Probably, yeah, some kind of planner. Well, they have them in their just normal Project Life, but yeah, it would be great in a planner. But for 30 of them for $1.99, I thought that was great. I did get another clip. Let me see if I can find it here. This one, not quite as good a deal price-wise, because it was $1.49 and you only get 6 of them. But I really love the epoxy heart design on there and the black clip. Different than anything I have, and it's not something that I can really make very easily. So yeah, so I went ahead and popped for that. Another die cut that I got was this favor box, and this is from Cutter Bee, and it makes this little box here. And I just really, I have, I think one other, I have more of a matchbox kind of die in my stash, but not so much a trinket box. And this would be good for party favors and stuff, but I thought it would be good for the my granddaughters, you know, if we want to make a little box to put treasures in and stuff like that, would be really good. Little jewelry pieces or plastic animals or whatever treasure they happen to have, you know, it might be fun to make a little box like this. So I went ahead and thought I'd go ahead and add that to my stash. So it was $4.99. I did go ahead and get the spellbinders. This is the basil. I think there must be a whole herbal, like a bunch of different little pots maybe that you put on a windowsill, probably a couple different herbs or something, but this was the only one they had. It was $3.49. Has the pot, the plant tag, the plants, and then some of the little flowers so that you can cut out the different color blooms for the basil. But yeah, I'm in the middle of kind of working on putting in a herb garden at the farm. So we're actually just putting the fence in right now, because you can't really plant anything without a fence, or the deer are going to come in and browse it down. So once we get the fence in there and bring in topsoil and stuff, I can start working on doing an herb garden. And yeah, so I thought I'll probably have layouts and stuff where I can use this. Even if I don't put it in the pot, it would be fun just to make the little flowers and do a little, like a border of them or something like that. I thought would be really cute. I got the Spellbinder stamp set, and they kind of are the words that you can put into your own phrases. So I liked the mix of words that they had in here. And then I thought these would be good to just stamp around on the background of a layout, or to actually, you can make part of a title if you wanted to do a longer title, do some like some words in like a larger, thicker type of alphabet, and then stamp some of the connecting words in these smaller stamps or something like that. But I thought it was a tool that would be something I could use over and over again. They're called journal words. If you did do an art journal, mixed media art journaling, or even in your planner, I could see where something like this would come in really good too. Even with those office clips, the more office-y themed layout, this would be really good. Or just, stamping them on tags and stuff like that to make some phrases if you're making gift tags and things like that. So I went ahead and got that. I do not have any traveler's notebooks, so this is like my very first kind of traveler notebook sort of thing. I never quite got into that. I'm trying not to get into traveler's notebooks or planners or any of that very much, just because, yeah, I'd buy too much product and I probably wouldn't use it. So I got this with the purpose of tracking the herbs and stuff that I get from my herb garden, the seeds, because I've purchased some seeds already. So I want to write down the types of seeds I purchased. Because this herb garden is going to be culinary, tea making, and medicinal, I may want to, I know I'm going to need to research some of these herbs and know what their uses are for, especially if they're medicinal. And so this would be a good place for me to keep track of that information, and maybe even glue in some clippings or information that I get off the internet to include in here. And it was just beautiful. They had a lot of different types, but I just really loved this floral. And then the two traveler's notebooks it has in here is this floral and then this gold one. And the gold one, what was cool about the gold one is that it has the dotted grid paper. So if I want to put the planter box or the flower bed and then kind of plan out what's going to go in it and where, so I can put the taller stuff in the back, the shorter stuff toward the front, stuff that needs the same watering requirements, or needs the same, one for a sunny bed and one in the more shady area. So I can plan all that out in this grid thing. I can kind of do that to scale. And then in this one, it's just blank pages. So this is where I could write my notes about the different herbs and things like that I take. And so, yeah, so I went ahead and got that with that in mind. And then they had these Heidi Swap gridded notebooks also. This one has this black floral on the back and kind of this mustard, which it's a little more green than this, but it kind of goes. The black one goes really well. But I thought, if I fill up the other two, I have these, and there's actually more elastic bands. There's 2 more bands available in this. It might make it too thick if I were to put both of these in here, but yeah, that would give me options to change it out. If I find I don't want to keep the herb stuff in this, I could put these 2 in and still use the notebook for something else. Yeah, so that was my reasoning behind these two. Cute little Bo Bunny Woodland Critters stamp. I thought it was so cute. It's got the bear, owl, fox, rabbit, snail, birds, and butterfly, and one little flower. So, oh, and there's something up underneath there too. But yeah, I thought with the grandsons and the granddaughters, and then just, you know, being at the farm and outside a lot, that I would get quite a lot of usage out of. Oh, it's just more of the branch. I get some usage out of this, and I just thought the images were so cute. I know this style is so in right now because it's also in this other stamp and die set that I got. This is the Mama Elephant, and it's got these two little guys that are holding like a little note card in front of them where you can put these, like, I miss you, sorry, congrats. So you could make some little cards or tags, or you could stamp them on your scrapbook layout with, you know, I love you on there. And yeah, I just thought this was so cute. And so I thought for even for like baby mini albums, you know, a lot of times they use bears and bunnies in the baby stuff. So I thought that would be really cute. And then it has the die for the bear and the rabbit, the pencil, the pizza, and whatever the heck that is. There is a die up underneath the price tag to cut this out. Now I think maybe this is a crumpled up, like he crumpled up a piece of paper and threw it down. I do not know what that is. So if anybody knows what this thing is, it's not, kind of looks like a head of cabbage. It's not that. I think it's a crumpled up piece of paper. Maybe you'd put it down and then you'd say sorry, or I have no idea. But anyhow, I like the other images, so I thought I could use those. And then lastly, from Tuesday morning, I got these Dear Lizzie bows. You know, I have a lot of bow dies, so I've been trying to make more of them, unless they're like fabric or felt or like this, a strange glittery plastic. I'll go ahead and buy them just to have a different texture in my layouts and use something different in my scrapbook albums. So I really love the pink ones the best. The red I don't love as much, although I will use them. I think I'll probably take probably like 3 of them and put them in my Christmas scrapbooking stuff, and then I might use one of them. Yeah, I don't know. This one looks like it's coming apart, but I can glue it back together. But yeah, these were my favorite down here. But yeah, I'll definitely use these, if not with Christmas, then with like Valentine. So, but yeah, that's maybe what I'll do. I'll put 2 in my Christmas and 2 with my more Valentine-y type stuff. And then the pink ones I can use for any time. So that is my full Tuesday morning thing. The only thing I've gotten here like a month ago, Cheeky Studio was having a sale, and so I went ahead and got 2 of her ephemera collections. One is the Autumn Beauty ephemera, and it is autumn themed, but it's not so themed that you can't use it whenever. So it does have things like pumpkins in it, and kind of maybe more autumn colored leaves and berries. But it also has just a lot of like yellow flowers, orange flowers, blue flowers, so you could use that anytime. This cute little bird. There's a little hedgehog. I don't think we have hedgehogs here in Oregon. We do have porcupines, but but they're not cute like this, I guess. They come and eat our fruit trees, and they'll girdle the edge of eat around the base of them and kill the trees. So normally they're not something you actually really kind of want in your yard, but these are cute. So I would totally put these like on the little girl pages and stuff like that, but in with some other critters and things. But I don't think I'd do a layout about porcupines here in Oregon, because they're kind of, yeah. I've never actually seen one. My husband says he's seen them growing up here in Oregon, but I've never actually seen them. I've seen some of the damage they do, but I've never seen, they must be nocturnal. But yeah, these are just really sweet, and you could use these, a lot of these, just any time of the year. And they're nice quality cardstock. They are semi-gloss-ish. You can see kind of, so they're not matte. They are a little bit semi-gloss. So if you're someone who's really, you know, particular or into having the same ones matching, you know, like having all matte or all gloss or all semi-gloss or whatever, you know, just know that these are semi-gloss, but very nice quality. And then the other one I got during the sale was this one called Norwegian Wood, and this was designed by Kat Martin, and I've been a subscriber of Kat's for her YouTube channel for years, and so it was really cool to see her collection in Tuesday's store. And again, this is another one that was kind of autumn themed, so you can see like there's this thing that says autumn is in my soul, and then a pumpkin, but it has like stay wild, enjoy the beauty of nature. It's got this cute bear, a deer, and it's got flowers you could use any time of the year. So it's not completely fall themed. There's lots of other things. Now there's these acorns in here. It's got some nice big decent sized floral clusters. They're just, and the colors are just beautiful. And then the animals it's got in here, it's got this duck, butterflies, it's got this cute little rabbit, and this one, this horse, look at that horse. And they've all got, let's see, here's, it's an owl and a fox. And they've all the animals and, well, pretty much everything has got these little like floral details on them, which give them kind of that Norwegian look. Kind of has that Norwegian flair to them with all those intricate floral details on the animals. So I really thought that was cute. So I wanted to go ahead and get that. And I'll probably use them for just everyday layouts, and then save the themed stuff for some more autumn, because there's enough ephemera in each of these packs that you're gonna get quite a few layouts out of them. I mean, I suppose you could do a layout where you put a whole bunch of them on there and everything, but the way I use them, I'll probably, even if I went heavy on the embellishments, I could probably get 3 layouts out of this easy. So I'll probably keep some of the themed stuff to the side to do some autumn layouts with this, and then the rest of it I would use just for every day. Now I did get a couple things from AliExpress, and let me pull those over. I got a couple things from, whoops, that I just dropped on the floor. Sorry guys, from that Alina Cuddle, and one was this floral, and it's kind of an open work flower, so it's not any kind of flower that I already have in my dies, so I thought I'd go ahead and give that a try, because like I said, I'm always making all the florals for my mini albums and stuff, so I use my die cut a lot. So I wanted to go ahead and get that because it was different from anything I had. And then along those same lines, you know, making stuff for my mini albums, I make a lot of my own bows. So I make a lot of flowers and bows on my mini albums. So I have a die similar to this with small bows that are just flat like this. Maybe it was Freckled Fawn. I can't remember, but I have one similar to this, but these are just some different shapes, and I love these for either putting them on one of the little animals, you know, like putting a little bow up by its ears or around its neck or something like that, especially in a baby album, or some of these ones to put on the top of little tags that I cut myself, especially when I don't want a lot of bulk on the interior pages of a mini album. You know, you might not want a bow that's like super dimensional because you're going to put it in a pocket or put it in an interior page. You want something that's flatter. So I like to have a variety of these flat bows on hand, as well as the dimensional bows. So I did get 2 other dimensional bows from her shop. One is this one that has these cutout hearts in it, and I have nothing like this in my, I don't have any bows with like these little cutouts in them. So this makes the poofy bow part, and then the little ribbons that go behind the bow, and then this is the center thing that goes around the center of the bow. And then it also comes with this ribbon, and I think it's for more like for card making. So this would go like down the side of your card, and then you could put this bow together and put it across this ribbon, or this way in the ribbon, and put it on a card. But you could still cut this in pieces and use it across a layout and stuff, depending on what, you know, if your photo was sitting on your layout, there'd still be enough room to have this on each side to use this as a ribbon. So yeah, it was just totally different than anything I had, so I went ahead and picked that up. And then this big dude here, more for like altered projects or for the front of a mini album. I wouldn't, this is like too big for me to put inside a mini album, really. But this is like, I think the biggest die, or biggest bow die that I have. And I thought it was really cool because I don't have anything that has a lacy edge, a bow with a lacy edge. So this was completely different also. And this just has the 3 pieces, the bow ribbons, and the center thing. It doesn't have a ribbon that comes with it. But yeah, just totally different than anything I had in my stash. So I thought I'd go ahead and get that. And then from AliExpress, I just got a few generic, really generic shaped dies. I got this one kind of doily shaped die. I have, 2 or 3 other, you know, doilies about this size. But this one, you know, was just different. And I like that, you know, I could cut it in half and put it on each side of a photo, or I could use it as a central piece on a card and stuff like that. So I really just love the design of it. So I went ahead and picked that up. And then I also picked up a generic thumbs up, or it could be a thumbs down icon to go with some of my other emoji dies that I have. And so I picked that up because, you know, at AliExpress it's like $1, I don't know. And then I got some farming themed dies. I got this one, which is just a little tiny corn stalk, and it would be great on a card or even as a little scene on a scrapbook layout. And I wish there had been a couple more, like ones that were maybe 3 sizes of corn stalks instead, but they just had the one. So if I cut it out multiple times and stuff, I can make a little cornfield. If I had a scarecrow, that'd be cute. But even some of the little critters in the corn would be really cute. So I went ahead and got this corn. I got this kind of generic little tractor for some of my farming layouts. I got these little chicks. There's one that's kind of like pecking the ground, and then 2 that are standing, and I thought that'd be great for not only for things like Easter, and for the farm, but also for you know, glare, for baby albums and stuff like that, to have these little chicks. I thought they were really cute and a nice size. Same way with this pig is the other one that I got. And my mom collects pigs and stuff, so I'll probably, you know, make a card for her with this pig on it. But also for farming kinds of things. And yeah, really nice size on these two. I like this size. The tractor could have been bigger and the corn stalk could have been bigger, but yeah. But I really like these. And then lastly, I got an ant, which could not only be farm or like kitchen picnic themed, but I take a lot of insect photos at the farm. And I also have a lot of traveling in like Central America, where there's a lot of ants and stuff that I still want to scrapbook about ants in the jungle. And so I went ahead and got that. And so that is my complete haul, you guys. I mean, more than I have purchased in a long time. Usually I go to Tuesday morning and I buy like $10, maybe 15 tops I'll let myself spend. So it was fun to have some cash in hand and go do some shopping therapy. And yeah, so I'm just excited to get some time to get back in the scrap room. We've been doing a lots of starts at the farm and getting all the vegetables started and all that kind of good stuff. So we've got hundreds of vegetables going, and you know, we're weeding all our garlic and taking care of that and taking care of test plots, and just it's still been pretty wet. The soil's pretty wet, so we can't really get on it with any of the big equipment. So we've got to wait for things to dry out a little bit more to do that. But otherwise, yeah, just you know, gearing up for all the spring planting and all that kind of good stuff. So anyhow, thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions on any of this, you know, just leave me a comment down below, and I will talk to you guys in the next video. Bye.